Well, it's a bit of a random stream, that it is. Well, I thought, after watching Regan Elite on his stream, I thought, hang on, I reckon I should have one myself, that I should. So I thought maybe we'll talk a little bit about Trump. What's been going on regarding Trump and his front temporal dementia, whatever's going on there. But also the Brexit, and how the Brexit is going to affect your Christmas. And when you consider that Trump himself is a nightmare before Christmas himself, especially if he becomes the next president of the United States, that'd be very, very concerning, deeply concerning. I've made the mistake here. I've lit the fire. I thought it was going to be cold, but it's not. It's been boiling now. And it is. Look at that. I've got my toasty fire going. Yeah, that's it. It's down there. And it is. And, and I was right next to it. So I think that certainly is a blooming mistake. There you go. Sailor B. My little Wally's down there on the floor. My little Sebastian's on the floor down there. I'll show you. I can. A little bit different there because I've got a different microphone. I hope the audio is okay, but I've got some new microphones because everyone's died. Got my Wally there. Oh, no, Sebastian. Sebastian's down there. My Wally is just there. And my Pandora's over there. And there's Darth Vader. Oh, anyway. Well, I will enlighten you what I mean about Night Before Christmas. Obviously, it's very obvious regarding Donald Trump, considering he could be the next... Oh, he'd be a president waiting, because he won't be taking office, would he? No, not in December. No, or November. He's going to have to wait until probably January. If he becomes the president of the United States. Oh, what a scary thought that is. An absolute nightmare. And crikey, I'll have to strip off. Now, there has been some developments on imports and exports for the United Kingdom. Yeah, you think it'd be all okay, wouldn't you? You know, but no, it's not. No matter what people keep telling me in the chat. Usually Brexiters, yes. I see you're getting Brexiters in the chat recently, which is absolutely fine. Not a problem at all. As long as they're nice. But quite often they're not. And quite often they talk a load of nonsense and they just, well, spout an old line about sovereignty and all that, you know. And say, oh, they're controlling us. They were controlling us, the EU. Oh, we're that weak, are we? Okay. Well, so much for stiff upper lip and that we're British. Oh, and all that jazz. So, hello, I am watching Owen Jones at the same time. Don't do it. Don't do it. He likes some strange people, he do. Little Owen Jones. He's still the editor of The Guardian. You right there, Wally? Oh, my little boy's not very well at the moment. He's having to have some new medication, which is he's having a reaction to, and it's very common. It's for his epileptic fits, and he's got to get accustomed to it, apparently. So we're being told. Well, the getting accustomed bit isn't great because he can't walk half the time, so he's been really struggling. So there we are, hold him and have a wee. It's not great fun. So, who we got here? We've got Joy here. I'm still waiting for you. Yeah, still waiting for you. Well, I had to get, I had to work out what I was going to do. I still don't really know, so we're going to wing it a little bit. There we are. Let's look silly there. Let's put it over there. I keep seeing a little blue thing. Yeah, I told you so. It's Brexit, you see. Lots of people told the Brexiters so what's going to happen, and much of it has already happened, but, much of it has not. And some of it has been softened through various negotiations already, such as, let's say, for instance, my God's flashing. Oh, quite go. Another fit now. But also, like, for instance, Euro clearing back in, I think it was January this year. There was, I can't move away from that far. There was a negotiation which basically softened the transition to Euro clearing, still giving the UK the right to clear, the Euro, which is a bit annoying because that'd been very interesting. I shouldn't say that, should I? But that would have been very interesting. So, I hope the audio is good. Let me just check this. I'm just checking. A nightmare before Christmas. Fine, it works. It does. Except my picture's gone a bit weird. That's probably the GPU probably. I'm assuming this one's not happening. No, you're wrong. It was happening. It was. I was late on tonight, 62 days before Christmas, and Marcus appeared suddenly, just like that. That we do. I also want to reflect on something that Regan was actually in Monday's live stream regarding smacking children and stuff like that, because I have to admit I didn't agree with much of what was being said. And as a father of 6 kids, we did not smack our children. So I want to talk a little bit about that as well. There's other ways. In fact, there is. Yeah, I'm not convinced that. I'm not convinced also that banning it was actually going to make any blooming difference anyway, because let's be honest, smacking children is usually done in anger. It's kind of like a revenge, for naughtiness. It's not rational. Anyway. Blue Baron, hello there. The EU is fading. It's fading, apparently. You're right. Yeah, okay. Well, I live in France, and it's not fading. And the majority consensus is pretty damn positive. People actually like to be protected somewhat and have some kind of governing body that looks after them, unlike certain governments around the world that just interested in feathering their own nests, and I have got no issues. Well, no, I tell a lie. There are things within the EU that needs discussing, and you could argue aren't particularly great. But as a whole, as a majority, I think most of it is okay. I really do, and it doesn't cause us any grief. No, and it did allow us to be able to come over, to France and live very, very simply. No issues, none of this visa lark and all that lark, none of that. We based this up sticks and moved there. And then basically got ourselves registered to work here in a very short period of time. It's simple. No longer, though, I'm very sorry to hear, as it is. It's being blocked from many people. As it is that opportunity to be able to do a little bit of travelling and live and work, pretty much as though you're in your native country. Not really that easy anymore, is it? Or even possible for some people. And like much of it, it's always the people without the money are the ones who voted against their best interests, and also the ones who haven't got the means or the funding to be able to do exactly that, to move to a foreign country and live, buy a house. Because at the end of the day, if you can't support yourself now, you really can't do it, can you? You can do your 90 in every 180 days. You can carry on doing that, I suppose. But it ain't quite the same, is it? You're not going to be able to set roots in 90 in every 180 days. No. And as far as we're concerned, we won't be going to come back to the UK anytime soon. So it can't be that bad, can it? No. And we live here in rural France, amongst the cows and the sheep and trees. Okay, and it's rather nice, that it is. Hello there, Emmanuel. How are you? I hope you're well. Golden Boy. Hello, Golden Boy. Good night, number 3. Take care, my friend. Thanks for popping in. I want to check your channel. I watched a couple of videos up there, actually. Don't know. This is Wednesday night club time. I'm half. Cut says Mad Monk 3. It's nice you'd be here anyway, mate. So. And looking to go all the way to Oblivion. Okay, I might join you. I bet my beer's stronger than your beer. Hello, Matthew Carl. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I went to the zoo. I saw a hairy monkey and I thought it was you. Something like that. How to annoy the kids on their birthday. Yes, her live stream. Sorry, that is. All right, then we come. Who else we got here? And Yon Dean. Hello there, man. It's my boyfriend, Mike Litterus's birthday today. Can you wish him a happy birthday? Okay, Mr. Litterus. Clitoris, whatever your name might be. Happy birthday to you. Is this birthday greetings time? Or am I a celebrity? Oh, maybe. No. Today, your time, I swapped my 19-year-old gas guzzler to a spanking new EV. Loving it so far, you lucky bugger. No, I would love to get myself an EV. I probably told you this before. I can't afford one at the moment. So and why my car's still going? It's getting a bit ancient now. Um, and a bit rickety. But I just got through another CT just about. I got to do a controversial visit, but it's very basic. So that's easy. And it's keep going. I'm not going to replace it. It is a diesel, so I do apologise for that. But there again, we don't go very far. To the shops, maybe, and that's about it. We have no need to go very far, you see. No, I work from home. I work in my workshop with my wood, with my machines, and I'm quite happy to do so. And plus, it's such a lovely place to live. Why would I want to go anywhere at the moment? Walking around here in the mornings, what have you, it's absolutely beautiful. The fog was clearing this morning and the sun started to show itself. It was absolutely lovely. It was. And the cows did horizontal poo. I never realised this, but cows don't squat. Well, I did realise that actually, but yeah, it's just like it comes out quite a way, you know. It's disgusting. There you old buggers. Hello, babyface. God loves you. Thank you. Oh, there's hope for me yet, then. There is. Thanks, Mad Monk, for that. Does anyone else sneak small amounts of poo into their family's meals to assist with improving their germ resistance? No. And when you buy yourself some poop tablets, there's generally, it's kind of done specifically and made into like dried it. Why would anyone want to do that? You know? Just to try and get all this proper good bacteria and good stuff back in your gut. I know dogs do it. Okay, eat a bit of poo, but usually sheep poo or goat poo. Occasional bit of cow poo, you know. But human poo? It's stinky. No, don't do it. It's nasty. Hello, Chuck Martley. I can't have an EV or any vehicle because I'm always blasted. Oh dear. I get someone to gift me a lift. Well, there you go, first. Sensible thing to do. If you like a drink, that's definitely a sensible thing to do. What is your profession? I am a woodworker, and I've also got a woodworking channel called Wally Bois. I think there's links in the description. If not on this live stream, it'll be on one of my videos. But I make stuff out of wood. I've been doing it for God knows how long, since over 30 odd years now, and it's professionally. My dad was a woodworker. He was boat building, that you know, so it's in the blood. Hello, Lee Corn. I hope you're well, my friend. Even I eat and don't poo. Don't eat poo. It's a bad idea, and especially if you don't like your corn. Oh, I ate no corn, said the fat bastard. He's a stripper. That's me. Yeah, I am actually. How do you know that? Did you see me on Full Monthly? No? Okay. The notion one gains immunity from harmful substances is mostly false. Yes. It's a bit like drinking bleach, I've been told, yeah, and maybe shoving a flashlight up the derriere. I don't know. Maybe. Doesn't kill the viruses, you know. Just makes you sore and poop. Anyway, that's not burning ring and fire or like don't any of that. No, definitely not. Hello, Steve M. Robert Glue, Trump. Not for me, thank you. Trump's not my cup of tea, and quite frankly, Trump has got some issues, some serious issues. What's all this about him flipping more serving burgers and flipping? Well, actually, no, just chips, frites, fries, French fries, American fries now. By the way, you see, yeah, apparently. Was it Donald Trump who did that at the American fries, or was that Obama? Well, we can't call them French fries anymore. We've got to call them American fries. So that's like the ultimate in trolling of Kamala Harris, because she said she worked in McDonald's when she was a kid. This is pathetic. It really is pathetic, and it was all staged. Just like, okay, scene one, act one. And then the car drives up to the window, what have you, and you can see all the press, they're all there everywhere, what have you, and then there's nobody. They actually shut the actual McDonald's down for the day to do this stunt. So the whole thing was staged. It was pathetic. It was so childish, really. And Donald Trump, you're a prick. Sorry, but you are. I said it. Sorry. I don't want to get a boost for that now. But anyway, he is. And also he's got frontal dementia. Frontal temporal dementia. Something's going on there. You can see his cognitive decline over a period of time. And now he's got flipping Elon Musk there to fight his corner for him. That's desperate. Crikey. Oh, crikey. I did a video about Elon Musk and I got some comments on there. Oh, a billionaire. He's launched rockets. Yes, yeah. He's launched rockets. He's built cars and implanted people's brains, and stuff like that. Other people done it. What they say? Surround yourself with the brightest people. That's the only real clever thing that Elon Musk has actually done. Other people's ideas, other people's achievements. Now, don't get me wrong. In the past, Elon Musk seemed, like he really knew what he was doing. He's, seemed quite a clever and very interesting person. But he has certainly gone off the rail since he's been, how to put it? Has he been overdosing on ketamine? It's just nuts. Absolutely, yes. Cognitive decline. Yes, cognitive dissonance. Dunning-Kruger effect. He can't even do that properly now because obviously there's something going on in his head. Oh boy, Trump is unhealthy. Period. You're not wrong, Andrew. You're not wrong. He doesn't look well. He really doesn't look well. I don't know what he's eating, but there's nothing good. I know people eat burgers and stuff like that all the time. I imagine he eats all sorts of stuff, but he's obviously eating too much, whatever it is. He's one heavy geezer, isn't he? And he looks like they've got like ratchet straps around his body just to try and hold himself in. He's not. He's awful. He's an awful person. The copper who died, and as soon as he found out, because she was going to be this woman was going to be buried by the state. America was going to pay for her funeral. And it was quite a lot of money, actually. I think it was about 50,000, 60,000, which is a ridiculous amount of money. They could make a big old deal about it. But as soon as he realised she was a Mexican, he said some grossly derogatory remark about her and then stopped it. It's just disgusting. Oh, Edgy. I see. Okay, message deleted. Thanks for that, buddy. Musk is just good at buying the right people for his ventures. Yeah, that's it. Pretty much. He's not. Don't be wrong. He didn't. I think it's a fool now. Look what he's done with Twitter. For God's sake, Twitter destroying it. And those X and getting rid of around 2,000 odd employees and what have you. Try and turn it around, and it had a negative effect. It's worth less now than it was before. And the idea was to save some money. Because it's costing some crazy amount of money every single, like 300 million a day, or so 3 million, or something every single day. It was losing huge amounts of money. I can't remember the exact figures. Obviously, it wasn't as much as that, but I'm exaggerating a little bit. But it's so he had to claw back money somehow. So what? He streamlined it. He brought in a kitchen sink apparently as well, who happened to be a basin. But there you go. Yeah. Anyway, he cut it right back, but going down the route that he's gone down, the advertisers all pretty much boycotted him because they don't want to be associated with him, and that's their right, And now he's trying to take them to court for what he calls an organised boycott, and he says it's illegal and what have you. Well, it's also illegal to participate in election interference. And that's exactly what he's doing at the moment. He's pretty much doing what Cambridge Analytica was doing. He's using his platform as already ready and set up to do so. And he's pushing pro-Trump propaganda again and again and again. Blatant lies. Trump is blatantly lying. And also his followers and what have you, like her from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene, controlling the storms, seeding the storms. You can do it, seeding the storms and making them stronger and bigger and more powerful. They control the storms. The federal government is, apparently, according to Marjorie Greene, NTG. Oh, it's mind-numbingly painful to see this decline because people, that's what's really frightening, people support them. And they either believe the stuff that has been spouted out of their mouths, or they're happy to, accept it and ignore it. Oh, that's just Trump, just because they just want Trump. There's something clearly not quite right there. Wanting to have a president of your country is going to make your country worse off for a start financially, because basically what's been happening under Trump. And now Biden's managed to turn it around, but he hasn't been able to compensate the fact that everywhere is more expensive inflation and what have you. Obviously the oil and the gas, what have you. Oh, cracky Putin, he wouldn't have invaded. Vladimir Putin was already putting his forces on Ukraine's border before Biden was before he got into office. It was already happening. That's just nuts. I'm starting to feel Trump can win and America can reap what it sows. He could win, but hopefully he doesn't. Because what happens in America happens everywhere. I hate to admit it, but followers of fashion or followers of Trump and the United States, we are so in their pockets. We really are. Look at the munitions and look at the missile systems, and without their support, they can just cut us off. We need parts. That's one thing I never understood, is relying on foreign entity to supply your defence. When the foreign entities could be bought off, they could sanction you, for instance. Look at what's happening to Putin, what have you, after his invasion of Ukraine. The West have sanctioned Putin. It's hard for him to get hold of all the circuit boards and stuff like that they need for these flipping and the processors for these missiles he keeps building. So he's had to do it through proxies, such as India and places like that. They're bypassing the sanctions. Also, there's a second level. It's like a black economy, authorized through Moscow, the Kremlin, and it allows and it facilitates this other layer of trade that we've got no control of. We don't know what's going on because it's just keep moving about, and with all these proxies around the world, it makes it even harder. To actually see where this equipment has been supplied from. Now, they all met up the other day, didn't they? All the BRIC countries, hosted by Vladimir Putin. There's all this, it's such a bad thing he did. And then what they do, they go and shake his hand, kiss him on the cheek and all that, Okay, it was on the big screen because he can't travel because there's an arrest warrant against him. So he's homesting it for a screen. I thought that was quite funny. But yeah, so they're all buddies. Can't trust them. I think one of the problems we've got in the West is that we have it's very shortism. So much shortism, where we keep getting new governments every so often. And can be within very short periods of time. Okay, we had 14 years of Tories, and that didn't help us, but they didn't plan, did they? No. But when you get someone like Xi Jinping who's been for the next 100-odd years, well, then, quite frankly, he can plan. And they are. They've got contracts and what have you, long-term contracts for minerals and resources, what have you, in Africa, Congo. And as such, they're protecting their economy. But we don't think like that, unfortunately. And as such, we're kind of, how to put it, we screwed ourselves. We should have nipped them in the bud. But they beat us to it. Too slow. Too much pondering. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It really doesn't. And they say fail. If you don't act quickly, you fail. Are you Jack Black's cousin? Yes, I am actually. Yeah, he's not cousin. We're about the same age actually. He's a little bit older than me. He's 2 years older than me. You see, yeah. So not cousin. He's my brother. Oh, he's my brother. Yeah, my brother. Yes, Jack Black. Leftist or irrational? I'm not leftist. I'm more. I'll say I'm centre left. I believe in business and all that sort of stuff, not just about supplying social needs and stuff like that, which obviously is very important. But I believe that we need industry and business to be able to make that, to facilitate and make that work. I'm not right wing, but certainly am not. Although some things on the right I'd agree with, and I'm sure there's some things on the far left I would agree with. Vice versa. I think lots of people can say that. It's just whether it's right or whether it's wrong. And I just want people, personally, just would like people to just look up, take care of each other and do the right thing by people. Not actually just treat them like shit. Shoot them, for instance, that's not a great idea. No, I don't like that idea at all. I just to treat people with decency. And, you know, if people that they don't agree with, as long as they're not being foul individuals, well, then you just have a little natter, don't you? And just try to talk it through. Drop some sense into heads. They can probably do the same with me, you know. Sometimes you've got to chew on what you disagree with. You just have to. Otherwise, you just be in your own little bubble. You do. And that's why I follow people on, well, not so much on X anymore, because it's kind of just turned into a right old cesspit. I do occasionally go on there just to check what's going on once every couple of days, but I don't participate in it as I did before, because it is a cesspit now. Cesspool. It's not a very nice place to be, but I've been using Blue Sky a lot more recently. I'm sort of finding my way around it, trying to build up a following, which is tiny at the minute. It's really annoying. I had over 1,000 people on Twitter. And it's kind of, I don't know. It takes time, doesn't it? So I never really was one for Twitter anyway, but it was handy. You know, we're doing what I do, what have you, with this channel. I found Twitter really, really useful. But it's just too much now. It's too much pro-Trump, and it's unbearable, you know. I don't get a balanced debate on it anymore. It's all one-sided. And it's either Donald Trump, pro-Donald Trump propaganda, or Elon Musk propaganda, or his businesses such as Tesla and stuff like that, and trying to promote their businesses. And and SpaceX. And although I did used to follow SpaceX, I don't anymore anyway because it's Elon Musk. He's just turned me right off. He's not a very nice person, no. He's not the Messiah either. He is a very naughty boy. That he is. Anyway, if you've got a sport channel, you can do that on the super chat down below if you want. And also, I'll be more likely I'll notice your comments and that. Cheers, Mad Monk. Oh, it's Save America 25. Oh, so that's Project 2025, is that? Right, that makes loads of sense. Not. Remove women's rights. Yeah, great. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't understand how women support him when he wants to control their womb. He does. They're talking about a federal ban on abortions. I know they've done it on a statewide basis regarding get rid of Roe versus Wade, but now he wants to do regarding this Roe versus Wade and J.D. Vance. They want to get rid of, make it illegal for anyone to have an abortion, which is pretty much a state on a statewide basis now. I'm sorry, federal basis. And just that, he wants to take away your computer games. Any violent computer games, they're going to eradicate them. Go get rid of them. He made a statement last week. He did. Or was it this week? No, last week. Oh my God. You've got a country full of blooming guns. I can't remember how many guns you've got per flipping household in the United States. And you're worrying about a computer game? Come on. Wake up, people. That's just ridiculous. People are just going on about the Second Amendment. Kamala Harris, she's going to take away our guns. She made a clear statement. She said, no, I'm not after your guns because we are actually gun owners ourselves. Maybe, no, how to put it, MP5s and all that, AK-47s going down the street, going to your local Walmart, maybe, just so you shoot it through. You never know. You might get an argument at the till. You might need an AK-47. People just need to wake up, it really is madness. It really is. Ban Bass. What has it in the fish? Hi, Johnny. Cheers, buddy. Oh, with any luck, Musk will find investing in Trump exactly as lucrative as he did investigating Twitter. That's the problem, is, I don't understand anyone like Musk, who's got all these different businesses, would take side. The sensible thing in industry is to be neutral, to be a Switzerland, play the neutral game. Although Switzerland is just joined Sky Shield, it's basically a collaboration of European countries on regarding air defences and that, and shooting down missiles, and including the United Kingdom as well. So it's it doesn't make any sense to take a hardline view. You can have an opinion, but you somewhere in there, floating around the middle somewhere, and maybe you wouldn't pee off your advertisers or keep stum, don't say anything. But no, Elon Musk has been biting on the bit for so blooming long now, chomping on the old bit for so long, he couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself, and he's now bought himself Twitter. Allowed all the foul people back on the platform, like Andrew Tate, etc., and others. Tommy No Names, was it 10 names? So Tommy 10 Names Robinson. Oh dear. Who's is that prisoner who just got committed suicide, didn't he? The one protester guy, the one who was on the front line regarding the ones who trying to set light to the hotel. And then Tommy Robinson has t-shirts printed up. He wasn't even there, and now he's on the old bandwagon, trying to say, "Oh yeah, support." In memory of the support of this geezer who committed suicide. What is it about that ilk? It reckons they're so blooming tough. In fact, they're obviously very, very weak. Oh, this don't get me wrong. I'm not. It's obviously very horrible that somebody's died. And the fact he's got so depressed he's died. But let's not forget what he was involved in. He was there on the front line at the hotel where they were setting out the wheelie bins, and he was happy to cheer that on. And needless to say, he ended up got convicted. He wasn't happy about that, depressed about that, and he took his own life. I think of the likes of Tommy Robinson jumping on a bandwagon. These people are just foul. Absolutely foul. I know it's easy to say that. It's easy to have that opinion on things, because I wouldn't participate in that kind of thing. It's not me, all right? I've got no problem doing a protest if it's like an environmental protest, as long as it doesn't involve throwing tomato soup on a work of art. I'm not too keen on that idea. I don't get that at all. It's for everybody to enjoy. I think that pushes people away. So I don't, the garden. I understand why they do it, but I don't agree with it. I think that's daft. You've got to win people over. You haven't got. If you want to get people on side, you've got to win them over. You've got to have a clear argument. And they have got a clear argument, except they want to make their point, and so they get put in on the nose and what have you by throwing soup and not orange paint and what have you on stuff. No. I think they're actually damaging the cause, the stop oil, unfortunately, which is quite sad because they've got quite a following, haven't they? They've got quite a presence. They really have. Hello, Grant Sloan. I hope you are. And Kuma Bajon, I don't understand, or you don't understand that I agree it was done poorly. Are you talking about the Brexit? Oh, okay. Johnny. Cool. I was taking that as a no. Oh, great. What have I missed? Anyone who seriously refers to civilian semi-automatic weapons as assault weapons or rifles doesn't know anything about guns. No, I don't. Yeah, you got me there. I know zilch of air rifles and stuff like that. No problems at all. But guns, no. Why would I? We haven't got that Second Amendment. We haven't got a constitution anyway. But in the United Kingdom, we weren't brought up surrounded by guns. No, because we didn't need them. No, and you don't need them. The guns are bringing the problem. You've got such a societal issue in the United States, and you feel that you need the guns to protect yourselves. Well, all they do is end up getting yourself shot, or you shoot yourself in the foot. Just like the hunters around here, who quite often regularly shoot their own family members by accident. Anything like that, it's just like me and my table saw, right? I can cut a finger off if I'm not paying attention. It's the same with you and your blooming guns. You can shoot somebody by accident, let alone the fact that Americans are going around shooting kids in the schools. There's no argument to own a gun. There's an argument to get rid of them, quite frankly. But it's not going to happen. There's too many of them for a start, and too many people want to keep them. Yeah. They don't want to let go of something. They don't want something taken away from them, sort of feel. But at the end of the day, people shouldn't want them. That's why I say you've got a societal issue. Not every country in the world has a right, the citizens of have a right to own guns. Especially not machine guns or semi-automatic rifles and stuff like that. You know? Why would they? You see with fucking hand grenades strapped to the photographs as a family picture for Christmas with all their guns. That's crazy. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's nuts. She wants to take guns into the fucking chambers and that. Lunatics. Guns are the reason why the criminals feel they need the guns. Can't you say that? It's just like, it's all about having the bigger fist, the bigger. The same with these missiles. Vladimir Putin with his hypersonic missiles. It's all about having the biggest weapon to clout you with. You feel that you can win. What's wrong with jar, jar, jar instead of war, war, war? It's not doing the Gaza any favours, is it? Their attack on Israel, that certainly hasn't helped them. Plus what's going on in before even that day. No. Isn't even helping Vladimir Putin. It's nuts. Absolute nuts. Peter Lynch. Oh, that's it. That's him. Peter Lynch, yeah. I don't know if I can remember that. I've got fibromyalgia and I've got short-term memory on something, so I do need reminding occasionally. So thanks for that, Ruth. Peter Lynch has been in the news quite a bit recently. And I wish they wouldn't actually talk on the same different subjects. Like, for instance, I don't listen to LBC radio as much as I used to. Because it just seems like you get Nick Ferrari in the morning, he'll be talking about, say, Peter Lynch. And you'll get James O'Brien, Peter Lynch. And then you'll get, what's that name again? Fogarty, Peter Lynch. And this goes on right through the flipping day. The same topic. Or releasing of convicts from prison. And then what do they say? They tell us that, release all these convicts from prison, they're all going to reoffend, they're going to right back inside again, they'll say. That's what they'll tell us. But when it comes down to it, it's exactly what's happening, and then even if they reach their full terms, it doesn't really make a lot of difference. Some people who have been inside for a very long time, they can't cope anyway. And the thing I don't get, and this is where we do need serious prison reform, is what's the point in locking up people that are soft offenders or white-collar crimes and stuff, and mix them with the violent criminals? That makes no sense. They go in, somebody's done a bit of fraud and what have you, and they come out with the gun-toting, knife-throwing, axe, anyway, hackers or something. Maybe they're getting some chainsaw for their massacre because they've been, how to put it, what is it? I can't say that. They've been retrained, yes. They're rejuvenated into criminals instead of good citizens. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. White collar crimes, especially low end white collar crimes, Peter does some pretty stupid, relatively low amounts, like 10 grand or something stupid like that, and they end up inside. Don't put them with real criminals, murderers, and hatchet jobs and stuff. No, stupid idea. You're having a dump, a dump as in Trump dump. Yeah, a Dopodon supporter overload. Yes, we do get them. Thanks, Mad Monk and Joel for helping us out there. That's really, it's a bit nuts. I don't. People are going to say that, oh, we've had years of this and years and that's all the same. Nothing's changed. It's just the same old, same old. You get Kamala Harris, you're going to get the same old, same old. Well, quite frankly, you're going to get the same old, but 10 times worse under Donald Trump. He's not a breath of fresh air. We've had him before. He was disastrous. He tried to get you to drink bleach. For Christ's sake, bleach. That poor flipping woman from the CDC, whatever she will, I can't remember her name now, but anyway, she's sitting there. Oh my God, you didn't just say that. Did you know what to say? I saw an interview with her actually. Asking her about that. Why didn't you say something? She didn't know what to say. She was just, I was a bit lost. You know? It's the president. He didn't really say that, did he? The man's crazy. And he's getting worse. Dangerous man. Who knows about the butt stock? Butt stock? Oh, the butt stock. What the pump? But yeah, they make them to semis or something, don't they? You know. Oh, well, they banned the bump stocks. Bump stocks, didn't they? They were banned, weren't they? I bet loads of people still got them. And then you got these people doing 3D printing, because you do metal 3D printing now, guns and stuff like that, and also plastic guns. It's not Glock, no, because that's ceramic, isn't it? But you know, oh, it seems that Donald Trump smells like an English river. Yes, if you know the United States, we have got some serious problems. You've got chemicals and those kind of outfalls where they keep dumping drums of nasty stuff. In the United Kingdom, we've got a serious problem that we're pooping in our rivers and seas. I mean, serious problem. It is horrendous to the point that it's actually finding its way into the water source. And people are drinking that. Oh, poo. Oh, my favourite. Good bit of urine. Just out of curiosity, do you know what a bump stock is? Is it something you bump it and then it loads next? Makes sense. I don't know. I ain't got one. Why would I want one? Give me a crossbow. I'm a pretty dead shot with that, I'll tell you. Well, I ain't got a clue about things that have gunpowder in it. No. Got no need for it. No. Okay, fired shotguns and stuff like that. Done a bit of the disc. Ball. Oh, crikey! Here in France, that is. Called ball trap. Ball trap. But yeah, I like bows and arrows. I can bake them. I was thinking about something the other day. Let's say, for instance, we end up with a serious situation. I don't know, a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, we end up with a zombie apocalypse or something equally as bad and maybe more real. And we're in a situation where we can't, houses have all been blown down by hurricanes, anything. Who are the important people? Is it those who can tell you what to do? Regarding towing the line and abiding by laws and stuff like that. What's the point of laws when you've got no society? When you've got no home, you're going to want people who can build these things. People like me, That's when we're going to be, but we won't have anyone because of we ain't got the tradesmen in the United Kingdom, for instance, and you've possibly got the similar sort of problems in the United States. Not enough. I know you haven't got enough tradespeople in the United States. I've read about that already. Guns aren't going to help you unless all you want to do is commit more crime and steal stuff. You just want to loot the shops, so you haven't actually got to make the stuff. You want to commandeer somebody else's house that hasn't actually fallen down yet. I know. You just want to be a criminal. There's no. You need guns, right, to defend yourself from people who have got guns. Can you see the idiocy here? The idiocy, sorry. Scenario wasn't needed. 2A included all weapons, including cannons. So what's that? What have I missed? What have I missed? Did they know that though? Could they see into the future? Or did they have crystal balls? What have I missed? What have I missed? It must be nice to live in a country where criminals lack imagination to own a tire iron or a sheath. We have guns. I could go and get a gun. I don't need a gun. I'd have to prove I got somewhere to keep it and stuff like that, you know. I'm not this. I wouldn't be getting an AK-47. You won't get that here. No. To be honest, I've probably got the knowledge and technology to be able to, you know, and the engineering skills to be able to make one, to be honest. But would I better get the materials for the materials I'd need to make one? Probably not. The rifling, for instance, or the barrel. I couldn't do that. No, I ain't got the machines for that. Yeah, cheers, Mad Monk. Very good point. Just a quick reminder, this channel is moderated by the very kind individuals on the channel. At the moment, I see Joel and Mad Monk, and we want a friendly place there, okay? I don't mind who comments as long as it's not offensive and, well, just abusive, really, or promoting stuff that really just the bollocks, you know? No chemtrails, no flat earthers, although it might be funny. But as a whole, it's a friendly place to be. And we will try and keep it that way. Because a lot of these channels, you go on them, they're just like a cesspit. Not a pleasant place to be at all. And it's, we do, we go for the comments on the videos and all that sort of stuff as well, which is, you know, I think it's quite important, really. And people that, you know, who know me know I do actually read the comments. It takes quite a while. I do it when I'm on the toilet normally. Oh. The stupidity of the cult of the machine is laughable. Stupidity of the cult of the machine is laughable. The cult of the machine. Well, I live in a country where we haven't got a fear being shot. I think that's actually quite. I live in France, right? Rural France. I don't walk through the woods here and think the hunters are going to shoot me, because generally they don't. I don't walk down the road thinking some madman's going to do a drive-by. No, because generally they don't. You know, you might have an occasional terrorist and stuff like that, but that's a rare occasion, you know? And certainly not where I am. It's a pretty safe place to live. And even the United Kingdom is nothing like, you know, the United States. It's not perfect. And, okay, you got Paris and not the cities, what have you. That can be dangerous places here in France as well, like most countries. But you don't hear much of like drive-bys and stuff like that. People just shooting each other for no blooming reason whatsoever. It's just nuts. Sad, actually, that it's allowed to go on. It's sad that people actually want to defend that Second Amendment, knowing full well that children are being murdered. It's crazy. I can use a gun and a rifle, says Joel, and I can own them, by the way, but I prefer axes and knives. Yeah, I like knives. I'm pretty good at axe throwing, to be honest. Yes, I've done quite a lot of that, axe throwing. It's actually quite good fun as well. No reloading, and they require ability to use them. And also, no two axes throw the same. You got when you pick it up and you feel that balance in your hand. You know how it's going to behave. It's the same with hammers and stuff like that. I get a hammer and I've done it for a while actually. I say I can. I've done it for flipping years. That head will always land as though it's put a nail in. You know, you can imagine that on the forehead or something. It's not very pleasant, is it? No. So don't worry, don't go around doing that. No, because it hurts people. I don't want to hurt people. No. I'm a lover, not a murderer with a gun. Ask the missus. The bump stock is a small metal piece that allows your semi to become an automatic. Oh, I got you. Well, I think they're illegal now, aren't they? I think they were made illegal. Oh, I see. It just pulls your finger off the trigger when the gun recoils. Oh, I didn't know that. No need to, you see, because we're not going around killing each other. No. I have to admit, some of the hunters around here have some pretty potent bits of kit, but not like in the United States, obviously. Oh, it uses a kickback to stimulate full auto. What, to load the next shot, I take it? No, because it's semi-automatic, so already going to load it, isn't it? So, is it? I see, to actually charge the trigger. I think that's right, isn't it? And my mum taught me to use a knife and an axe, by the way. Oh my God, my mum didn't teach me that. No, quite very unlikely. But I'm quite good at knives. I'm very good at sharpening them as well. Take your blooming head off, it would, yeah. I can say the same about America. We can go into a gun shop on the main street, as we don't have them. So we can't go into the gun shop on the main street because we don't have them. But in the US, you have more guns than people. I'll be absolutely honest with you, there are plenty of gun shops here, but they're catering for the hunters, the chasse here in France. Criminals can't buy guns. You mean a convicted criminal can't buy guns? If you're a criminal, you're still a criminal if you haven't been caught. There's plenty of people that, okay, a lot of them obviously have been caught, would be buying them the back of a van somewhere. I've seen the movie. They don't need to buy them when Dad keeps them unlocked. Valid point. Yeah. Well, like, is it Switzerland? They get issued a rifle in Switzerland, and they have to keep them in a locked cabinet, and they get checked every so often, and also the ammunition they get to check. You've got basically, if anything's missing or gone, you're not supposed to use it. No. You can buy an illegal gun anywhere in the US, yes. But here in Scotland, you're caught straight away. I bet you are. Oh, unfortunately, Scotland got pulled out of the European Union. It did, by Westminster. And a whole load of numpties who put that cross in the wrong box that they did. Oh, dear. Not pleasant. No. How many mass shootings have there been this year alone in the US? I think lost count, haven't they? And how many across the border in Canada? Good point. I do believe there's a lot of we've got massive societal issues in the United Kingdom as well, and usually it's through deprivation, mate. And if there's no opportunities, people want to have a goal in life. They want to be able to better themselves, and if there's no opportunity there for them, usually in quite often in black communities, hence you could argue there's more crime in those communities. It's not because necessarily they'd be worth. If they had the opportunities, there's still racism in there. It's still racism. And the opportunities are less likely to be awarded to people in those, or offered to people in those communities. Such a stigma. I fully believe that a parent who leaves their gun within access to unmoderated children should receive swift justice in the legal system. Fair enough. I can't argue with that. If you've got a constitution that allows guns, well, then obviously it should be treated properly and respected. Because there are laws, isn't there, after all? It's just obviously those who don't want to abide by the laws, and it puts more people at risk, unfortunately, as criminals. There's people who are not in a fit state to own a gun. And there's people in the United States, in the UK, and in various other places as well around the world who are not in the mental state to own a gun, but never been recorded as such. So no one really knows if they're not in a fit mental state. Oh, you got wild gun shows, eh? I think that sounds like fun. Can't say. Mills. How exactly are convicted criminals prevented from getting their hands from guns from gun shows? Nobody checks the papers there. I don't know. I can criticise as much as I like, but I don't live in the United States. I can only go by the fact that there's a lot of mass killings in the United States, and a lot of individuals and children, even inadvertently, getting shot, by accident, and it's very sad. These are people's lives that get ripped apart because of people wanting to kill somebody, or foolishness, or like someone saying, "Hey, leaving guns lying about," and the kids get hold of them. It's just madness. I understand. I know that all of a sudden in the United States, no one's going to force you to get rid of your guns. It's not going to happen. But I think I do believe that there should be some more these more regulation, these stiffer controls on guns. Some amnesty, for instance, would be a good idea. Some buybacks as well would be a good idea. Get some of the lethal, more stealth weapons off the streets. And it's going to be different place to place, isn't it? It's just societal issues again. In certain states and certain areas and certain cities in the United States are going to be worse than others. Some places will be, perfectly safe. People own guns, what have you, and they're just decent human beings. But it's just not for me. Just not for me. No. We tried buybacks. People printed guns for easy cash. Yeah, that was what 3D printed guns, plastic guns. Although they actually have managed to metal 3D printing now, so you have metal components, which is an interesting thing to be able to do. But I don't think it's domestically available to anyone at the moment. It's too expensive. Gun shows have instant FBI background checks, and what they refer to as a loophole is people attending the show selling to each other. Oh, I see. So like bootleggers and stuff. Private sales are legal in almost every state. My little doggy down there. You right there, Wally? You might be getting a bit warm. Oh, fire's going out now, which is a good thing. It's so hot in there. I've put the fire on as a mistake. Cooking. No personal attacks on the YouTuber or fellow people in the chat. Talk like adults. Yeah, we don't do that, Heath. Please don't do any personal attacks, because you'll just be either hid or put on timeout, or just back or bars from the channel. And because it's just, we don't need it here. No one needs. You don't really need that, do you? Honestly, if that's what you need, well then, quite frankly, you shouldn't be here anyway. If you just want to attack people, because that's not what the channel's about. No. How's Wally? Okay, my little Wally dog. He hasn't been very good. He's been on this new medication. I can't remember. It's got phenyltol or Bartol or something. It's for his epilepsy, and it got to a point where he needed a little bit extra help. The hemp oil wasn't doing its thing, not enough anyway, and he was having too many fits. And the problem when they have the fits is that each time it takes a little bit of his brain away, basically. He's a little bit less Wally. So he's down there at the moment. He's a bit a bit fidgety at the minute. And last night there he is. Last night he was in a very poor way. He wasn't very happy. He couldn't walk. Took him outside the carry out there and just hold. And his back legs just keep giving up, and he just flops to one side. But this medication is supposed to. He's got. Apparently, it's what happens. That's what the vet said. He'll be very disorientated. He might not understand and stuff like that. So hopefully, we've got to give it a couple of weeks and see if he ends up back. Yeah, if it ends up being in a fit state again. But it is quite. It's not nice to see. It's not nice to see. Yeah, he's been my buddy all these years, and you see they're getting older. They're deteriorating. So it's not great. And so am I. I have my problems. That I do. Fibromyalgia, I tell you, that's a killer. That is. I was on the roof again today, and we've got a load of roof problems, so we're having to fix them bit by bit. And I can only do it in stages, because if I do too much, I'll be knocked up for like 3 days. So I have to be careful. Yeah, thanks, Simon, and Mad Monk. Yeah, I would like a Patriot system for all those pesky crows. And I would like guns on turrets. I would to keep all those people out. You know, when we have this zombie apocalypse, I want to be able to keep them out, you see. That's what I'm going to do. I'll have guns on turrets with PIR sensors on them or something. You know. It might be a laugh, you know. Then probably you might get some locals as well. But they're probably going to steal my veg, aren't they? Yeah. That's what's up with the Wonder Warriors, wasn't it? If you have a situation where, I don't know, a war, for instance, and there's going to be less imports of food and what have you, where are you going to get your food from? In the United Kingdom, for instance, we still trade 47% with the EU. Costs a darn sight more now, but we still trade with the EU. Unless you want to buy Christmas trees. Oh yes, Christmas trees are a problem. Getting Christmas trees into the United Kingdom, it may be a little bit difficult because you know the phytosanitary importation regarding plant stuffs, what have you, going into the UK because that's going both ways now. So whether or not we want to get stuff into the EU, that is pretty much impossible. Or, impossible, it's expensive. And the other way, in some ways, in some reasons, it actually is impossible because a lot of the haulage companies are saying, no, we don't go to the United Kingdom anymore. And unfortunately, this is going to happen with turkeys. Yes. Turkey voting for Christmas. Turkeys and Christmas trees. We're going to struggle to get Christmas trees into the United Kingdom. Many traders in the EU will say, well, no, it's not worth the candle, like they usually say. And decide not to send you your Christmas trees. Because of phytosanitary, it's going to be more expensive. And if you do get into the country, they're obviously going to be sitting on the border somewhere for probably about a week. Time you get them in the UK, they've already lost a week in life. You know, it's like you all need to drop off your Christmas tree. So it's be pleasant, isn't it? You know. So you might want to dust off the old artificial Christmas tree you got hidden in the attic somewhere. You know, that silver one. With the plastic baubles already hanging on it, you know, the dodgy Christmas trees. The ones from China. From the 1980s or something, you know it is. Good night, Samantha. Take care. Good night from the UK. Yeah, look after yourself, Samantha Norton. Crack pipe. Come on, Slow Cat. Let's not be offensive. Are you really trying to say that there have been as many knife stabbings as mass shootings or people shot in the US? I think that's very unlikely. No, there is. That's not a factual statement. So yes, you're right there, mate. So is that what he's saying? As I look. Oh my God, here we go with the MAGA people already with the Trump chip. It's quite funny sometimes, I must say. A lot of people being nice. It's it's a bit nutty. Why would anyone want to support somebody like that? I just find it absolutely flabbergasting. I really do. If I could purchase every Guardian paper in the United Kingdom, published in my 35 years of life, I can assure you there are just as many murders with knives in just the heart of London alone. And we all have problems. I very much doubt it. The problem in the United States is a lot of those stabbings and shootings, they don't even end up in the papers because it's just too many to list. The paper would be so thick. I don't want. Just check the obituaries. That'll soon tell you. No, no. London is not that dangerous. Don't listen to Donald Trump because it's just blatant lies. Oh, because there's blood everywhere in the hospitals, all at the ceilings, he said. Oh. No. How can there be blood in the ceilings when we can't even get the people out of the ambulances? Because they're all queued up outside. Exactly. Well, a ghost of your nightmare says, let's all know that the rump, as in Donald Trump, type of Don, wants to be president because he doesn't want to go to jail. That is pretty much it. But I still think, even so, I think he'd get away with it. I still do. It's just crazy. It's like in the United Kingdom with people like Farage and that. They go on about incitement and stuff. And these individuals, I don't know, throw Molotov cocktails and wheelie bins at people and at hotels. They end up in prison and then they commit suicide. What were the people that pretty much told them to go there? Like Nigel Farage. People like Donald Trump. Capital riots and what have you, capital riots. People got killed that day, you know, and he incited that. He said, I will join you. I will march with you. I'll walk with you, whatever he said. They were his words. He said that. He didn't. He's too busy getting, scurrying off back in his little, his car, and then end up going and watching it on a big screen. Yeah, I rolled them up, I have. Can I get the popcorn and the McDonald's and my diapers? Because I'm going to shit myself. I think it's so funny. And yet, he still isn't in jail. It's the same old story, isn't it? People with money get away with murder, literally. It needs to change. If I did something like that, if you did something like that, well, you'd be inside. They'd make an example of you. But people like him and Nigel Farage, they still walk free. And Nigel Farage isn't even in front of the courts, is he, for it? You've got Diaper Don going about saying, oh, I know. I'm very unhappy, I am. I'm very unhappy with the Labour Party sending all their delegates over here to campaign for Kamala Harris. So I am going to make, okay, it's not a Trump accent. I'm going to make a complaint to the elections authorities in the United States. Yeah, got a case. These people are individuals. It wasn't the Labour Party sending them. No. But just, they got together. That was a good idea. Let's go to the campaign and help Kamala Harris out. No, the Labour Party sends Keir Starmer to have a McDonald's and, crikey, I don't know, strawberry milkshake with Donald Trump. Or what, actually, what strawberry milkshake? Or was it, or maybe it was a chocolate cake, like the one he had with Xi Jinping. A very nice chocolate cake, apparently. It's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. And the hypocrisy of it, when we've got people like flipping Liz Truss doing her bit of election interference, Nigel Farage, who's now an MP, doing his election interference. It's mind-numbingly, well, it's painful. It's kind of be expected, isn't it? It's just madness, though. What is very disappointing is the people who follow these people. Those who support them, those who vote for these people. That's what's disappointing. Voting for them on the basis of what? Lies. So many lies. Propaganda. Things that people listen to and come out of Donald Trump's mouth. They take that in and they accept it as real just because he said it. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. That he is. We live in crazy times, that we do. Yeah, thanks, Simon. Yeah, he's Ches Grant. He ain't been very well. My little Wally. He can't get. He lets us know he wants a wee though. He has a little cry and a whinge when he wants to have a wee. So we have to take him outside, but he should pass. He should pass. So he should be a lot better. Hopefully. I hope the audio is okay because I got my new microphone. Yes. I've got a new set of microphones because my last set of microphones went dodgy. These are Holyland Lark M1s, the ones I was using before, and that one has the dots on, decided not to work. It connects, but it doesn't actually have any audio on one of the microphones. So I bit the bullet. You see, this is why you see we have super chats and stuff. So thanks, Joel. No, it was who was it? I can't remember who it was now. Oh, blimey, I'm losing the plot. Oh, crap, it happens, Who was it? Who did the super chat? Was it Johnny? I think it was Johnny, wasn't it? It was Johnny. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, and that's what, it goes towards maintaining the channel. Hence the microphone, so you can hear me, you see. And I got these ones. They're fancy. It's actually on there. And the nice thing about it is it's got level meters as well, so I can actually see the levels go up and down. So it's pretty cool. And then You got always got adapters and stuff like that. And I've got the second one. If my dear missus comes with me to do a video, or Leo, what have you, who's my intern in the woodworking shop. So anyway, hello, Regan. Hope you're well. What about the moon be made of cheese? Well, of course, look at it. Of course, it's made of cheese. Is that Swiss cheese? There's holes all over it. Of course, it's made of cheese. Are you saying it's not? What about the chemtrails? Hey, Geordie, cheers, buddy. Trolls be gone. Trolls be gone. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, it's saying it's like you read it. You have to buy gear. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but your microphone was peaking a little bit. You had your volume a little bit high on the microphone. That was buzzy. What about the moon being made of cheese? Yum 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 yum. Oh, I love cheese. Kuma Bajon says, absolutely, we are owned by food corporations that are buying our politicians. No, you're right. I'm not going to argue with that one. I think that's across the board. It's funny, isn't it? You get these politicians, you vote them in on the basis of all these wonderful manifestos and stuff. As soon as they get into power, all of a sudden, they're just like they throw it in the air. Because they realise that, oh shit, I can't do this, can't do that, because they told me I can't. Usually somebody like a certain Australian, News Corp. Anyway. So yes, they have too much power, the corporations, and they're stuck in Australia, bleeding Australia. Their money is not trickling down like they try and tell us it does. No, it's going up. A little bit comes back down. Some of it goes out. More of it, and then the same old cycle. And before you know it, the pot drains. Before there's none left for you. At the end of the day, we're the ones making the rich buggers rich. They couldn't get rich without us. Shares have a value because we buy stuff. Bitcoin has a value because people buy Bitcoin. And it goes up and up and up. Or it plummets. You get a nice EMP, electromagnetic pulse. That'll soon plummet, I'll tell you. If you can't get the chips, like for instance, argument's sake, if China invades Taiwan, which is looking more and more likely, what's going to happen to their shares? What's going to happen to all the companies that rely on those chips that are coming out of Taiwan? Their shares will plummet. That's value. And we'll be going without because, we can't buy the stuff. It's just how it is, That's what happens when you rely, or you've got this false sense of security. Oh, it's never happened in the last 20, 30, 40 years. And why would it happen now? Because it can still. Because now you put into a position where we're in the midst of a war, or participating in a war, or we're collaborating in a war, or wars, and we end up causing the thing that prevents us being able to get the thing that we want or need. Don't forget, these flipping things are all sorts of things. They're in your cars, not just in your phones and stuff. Half that's made in China anyway. Would we be able to sanction China, right, if China invades Taiwan? I don't think we'd be able to. Any sanctions we do against China at the moment they're minuscule. They're just tiny little tidbits because we can't afford to. Because we're overly dependent on them. That's what happens when other states, other nationals, foreign nationals, what have you, or foreign corporations, getting a hold in your infrastructure and your manufacturing sector as well, and arms, munitions. It's just it doesn't make any sense to me. You need to protect the things that are required to sustain life. Like, for instance, why the hell have we got foreign national companies, corporations owning big chunks of UK infrastructure, such as water, what have you, just so they can bleed out through shareholders, because a lot of them are foreign owned and not necessarily, it could be pension schemes, it could be all sorts of stuff with shares and stuff in these water companies. It's not a system that we should really be relishing. It makes no sense. The 70, 80 odd billion has been sucked out of the industry regarding water, then it's not just water, is it? What about power in the UK? Like, for instance, all these power stations. Many of them are shutting down. They've been decommissioned eventually. And we're going to be left with maybe one nuclear power station in the United Kingdom, relying heavily on imported electricity from Norway and also from France. It's not really sustainable, is it? I don't think so. I don't think it's sustainable. And besides, why the hell do we sell all our nuclear power stations to EDF? It's just nuts. It's just we're allowing other countries to control you, really, because that's they can do what they like. Yes, their company, they own it. Unless you can do a compulsory purchase on them, then you got international law and all that coming to that, and that clearly is not going to help you, is it? It just isn't. So the idea that we can actually have this trickle-down economy, it's never going to happen because these people are just too powerful. Organizations and corporations are just clearly way too powerful, and there should be more regulation to control them. It's like I was watching. I don't know watch it. Occasionally I do. Rich Murphy. He's got a YouTube channel. He's like a tax consultant. He's a bit left wing. It's quite interesting, actually. He has some interesting points of view. And he was saying something in a video, I think that's this morning he uploaded a video, about capital. And I was thinking to myself, what he was saying, I think, I don't necessarily understand. I see where it's coming from, but I didn't necessarily agree. And what he was saying is capital is not money. And although I could see his point, I don't think it's factually true. Because capital, it can be used to money is needed, obviously, to gain the capital. The capital can be the money, but also can be the assets, and also can be people, even to be able to facilitate. So what he was saying, the capital was the people, the assets, materials, for instance, and all that sort of stuff, and the money is purely used by the capital. It was interesting, but I didn't necessarily 100% agree with him. But I see where he's coming from, because the point is how the hell were you supposed to be able to rebuild a country's economy? The same in the United States or anywhere, how are you supposed to build an economy if you can't get hold of that capital, as in the sense of the materials, all the skilled tradesmen to build it, all the technology to, like for instance, regarding, or saying about so TWC, the company I think it's called, in Taiwan, regarding the semiconductors. How are you going to build anything if you can't get the materials when you need them? So everything meshes, you see. Then for me, for the construction industry, that one of the hardest things for a site foreman to do was to make sure that everything flowed. Electricians regarding your first and second fix, and the same with your plumbers, and the same with your joiners, what have you. Got your rough carpentry, and it's all right across the board. Also the bricklayers and that as well. Getting them all to be on site when you need them to do the next stage, so you get this flow, because it saves money. It makes the whole build, the smoother it runs, the more money, profit there'll be in the job. But as soon as you put anomalies in a way, such as Brexit for us in the United Kingdom, that clearly causes a huge amount of issues regarding importation of materials. The United Kingdom doesn't make much. All your timber is imported for a start. And the timber exports from the EU are controlled. There are only a certain amount of timber allowed to be exported from the EU into the United Kingdom. There's no taxes or tariffs on that, because it's tariff free even under the WTO. But it's a bit of an issue, wouldn't you say, when you're overly dependent on overseas corporations, especially when you don't have overseas suppliers, when you don't have a seat at that table anymore, such as in the EU. For instance, you got like Canada and the United States. A lot of the United States timber would potentially come from Canada. So a massive timber supplier around the world. Plus, they contraplaque, plywood and what have you. A lot of that is made actually not just in places like China, so it's made in Canada. So it is, But why the hell don't we make this up? Because we don't have the raw ingredients in the UK. We don't. We just don't have it. We've already chopped all the trees. Look, Spain, for instance, the Spanish Armada, they're chopping all those oak trees down to build their fleets. They don't have the trees like they used to in Spain. No, occasional palm tree, three like microclimate plants. No, it's madness. It's madness, and it's they cut ourselves off from our nearest trading partner. Makes 0 cents. 0 cents. Can you imagine what it'd be like if, for instance, I don't know, Canada and the United States stopped trading with each other? Because of some kind of Brexit arrangement. They're no longer talking to each other. It's not going to bode well, is it? They wouldn't do it. One school shooting in Dunblane brought about change in Scotland. How many in the US? Good point, actually. That's a really valid point. And also public outrage. Now, there was a lot of regarding George Floyd. There was a huge amount of public outrage regarding that. Where he got his knee on his neck and very suffocated the bloke. There's massive, protests regarding that, Black Lives Matter and stuff. And but nothing happens. You would hope they would learn by it, wouldn't you? But they're still doing it. Still putting their knee on the neck and stuff as a part of the part of their restraining. Stupid. What did Susan DeWitt say? A bump stock is the bump stock on a rifle that slides. Oh, I see. There we go. Down we come. Coming down. I'll check in the chat. AllShorts. And my mum taught me. Oh, quite, I'm way up. Wait, I need to come down. Have I got? Yes, I have got timestamps on. So that's a good thing. We've got our timestamps. There we come. Way too far. Okay, we go. Steve Holmes. Everything is media controlled. It is, unfortunately. They got too much power. Now, I've had this argument before. I've mentioned this loads of times, but regarding there should only really be one media company per owner. The idea you can have something like News Corp operating in the United Kingdom, and they are multiple media companies, but it should be only one. Whether it's online, television, or print media, it should be one. What's the point of owning different media companies? You've got conflicting views. It don't make any sense. It's just about the blooming money, isn't it? But all manipulating an agenda, especially if you've got two sides of the coin. You can soften on one side, make the other side stronger, couldn't you? And so they're kind of like battling each other. it's a media off. Oh, by the way, AllShorts is rewarding. I am on my land. We're planting trees. We are. Now, it's been pretty cool actually because we've actually started planting again because the weather has changed. It's been beautiful weather actually, but it's the ground's wet because we had a huge amount of rain. And I'll start putting trees in the ground. So we've again. So we're starting on the other field this autumn as well. So we've got 2 hectares to plant on. So we're planting around 1,000 to 1,500 trees. There was going to be about 1,000 trees, but because we're planting arbors and that as well, they take a lot more trees and they're close together. So the idea is basically creating animal habitats. Now, if anyone wants to contribute on that, there's a GoFundMe link down below where it takes you to GoFundMe page, and we've got a rewilding channel as well. And we're basically planting these trees. But small contribution, we'll plant a tree. We're not setting any amounts of money or anything like that, but we promise we'll plant a tree, but also make a sign to go with the tree. It could be your name or memory of a loved one, what have you. And in fact, Mad Monk's got one. Yes. Genie Bottle says the UK needs to wake up and change, definitely. Own our power supply and water, communications, national for our own defence. Yeah. With all these promises, weren't there? So many people feel let down so far by Labour. I know they haven't been in power very long, and it's still early days, but it doesn't look good at the minute. It really doesn't, and it's people are disappointed. Now they have done a lot. To say they haven't done anything, they have done a lot, but not necessarily what we want to do. And also they've kind of been rolling back those pledges, which they clearly made. And unfortunately, it's gone to the wall, isn't it? So that ain't great, is it? I don't think so. Do we own anything? God, so I have to really think that one through. I don't think we do we? And if you think you own your house that's mortgaged, you don't own that either, do you? It's that, money is borrowed, and borrowed money comes from somewhere. It's not necessarily even the banks. It comes from rich people. People who want to invest. So it's not your money. So it's not really your house. It will be taken away from you. And still, it can be taken away for compulsory purchase orders, Government is just control of the masses who are fed bullshit who feed bullshit to hate their neighbours, divide and conquer. We did have a hell of a lot of that under the Tories, and also you got in the United States with Donald Trump, what have you, in the past. There's been a huge amount of divide, and the Republicans are horrendous. Although the other Republicans are against Trump, and it's just daft, isn't it? Really, it's daft. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get it. It didn't really do Boris Johnson any favours. At the end of the day, he had to step down in the end after all the blatant scandals. Owen Patterson and Pincher, the Pincher. Oh, and yeah, tractor porn guy. There's just so much of it. Now, I don't believe for a minute that Keir Starmer is anything like them lot, but I do feel that he is a little bit disappointing. He's had a bit flaccid, to say the least. Yes, Jack Black, that's me. I'm Jack Black's brother. Yeah, I'm his younger brother, I am. I am, yes. Oh, I can do cock push-ups as well, Yeah, I do want to say. No, okay, okay, I'll save you from that one. You look like a famous person. Oh, I knew that might be. Is it Jack Black? I don't even think I look that much like Jack Black. Are you Jackie Chan? That's a new one. It's like I either get Shmi from Peter Pan, or I get obviously Jack Black. Oh crikey! Especially when my beard's more bushy. Swing, 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 and the windmill went swing, 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 swing. Yes, and it did. Oh dear me. I thought you were talking about a case that happened under Trump, not 3 years into Biden. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. Hello there. Moonlight Mirage Productions, 2150 AD. Hi. Oh, you're looking into the future there. You're lucky, AllShorts. I look like a mix between Mussolini and a German soldier. Can you pull that one off? Maybe, I don't know. Oh. Question: are you a Republican? Nope. Me, no, but I'm saving. Oh, dear me, I'm saving up. No, I'm definitely not a Republican. No. And besides, I'm not in the United States, I'm in France. So I'm a British citizen living in France. So am I right wing? No. Am I left wing? No. I would say I'm sort of left of centre, I would say. I think some of the left-wing stuff is bloody crazy, and I believe a lot of the right-wing stuff is bloody crazy. Need balance, don't we? Need balance. Sometimes I think this is just a bad dream. How do we end up out of the European Union? Drip, 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 drip by the media and Nigel Farage. Drip, 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 drip. And people who are easily hoodwinked. He says it's very easy to sell, I've said this before, easy to sell that dream. And that dream was sovereignty. Who wouldn't want sovereignty? Oh, sovereignty. But we've got less sovereignty now than we were in the EU. End of the day, we had a seat at the table. That gave us our sovereignty within the EU. And now we're having to abide by all these rules and laws without that seat at the table. So we've lost that sovereignty. And now we're having to negotiate deals with every other Tom, Dick and Harry around the world and lose an extra bit of sovereignty there. And over there with a bit of sovereignty over there. But we never got no sovereignty. We end up being we're no longer givers, we're takers. Woo, if you know what I mean. Hey. So, surprisingly, Farage does have a sizable culpability, most definitely. Not because he had the leverage, but because he had the audience. And his audience has just got bigger. Cameron, foolishly, done the referendum vote because he was worried about Farage, apparently, and about his popularity in UKIP and that. And when it come down to offering Farage that ability to basically propagate his position because of the referendum vote, whereas if flipping Cameron to say we're not doing it, that's a stupid idea. Yeah, but there again, he did it because he gave a promise in his manifesto, didn't he, to get in, to be the next government again, even though they were doing such a bad job. So it was it was very, very desperate and stupid, absolutely stupid. People were easily drawn into the bloody politics. It's like the farmers that go on about, all the rules in the common agricultural policy and that, and all these rules, can't do this, can't do that. These rules were there for a reason. It was actually to protect the industry. Like saying what's gone on in the United Kingdom regarding silver spoon, the sugar, company sugar beet, what have you, in the United Kingdom, and protecting that market because being a part of the European Union allowed us to put limits on the amount of sugar coming via Tate Lyle. We could cap it. We just basically allowed in the country what we didn't produce, and obviously some cane type sugars. Tate Lyle was also sponsors, weren't they? They were donors of the Tory party, and needless to say, there they are, and doing their conferences and stuff with Tate Lyle on the back of the little directors' chairs. Money buys power, doesn't it? They got what they wanted. Now they can import pretty much whatever they want into the United Kingdom. You look like you write scripts. Really? Where? No, I don't write scripts. I'm winging it. Blimey. If you watch some of my videos, I wing them as well. I very rarely write scripts these days. I haven't written a script. I used to do scripts. Because the only way I could get it out. But the thing is, once your knowledge base increases enough, you can actually you can flow a bit, Or sometimes I think a script might be a good idea because I get brain fog sometimes because I've got fibromyalgia and it's kind of you get this like short-term memory loss. I can't think of the word, you know what I mean? And it's a bit of a problem sometimes. I do it sometimes in the live streams, can't think of the name or something, But it never used to be a problem before. I'm not girly, says Becca. Yes, Trump has invented a new dance. It's the double giraffe jerk-off. Yes. That's brilliant. I like that. Very good. Did you know that a giraffe has the same amount of vertebrae as a man or woman, a person? Yes. People, TV and all that. But anyway, has the same amount of vertebrae as we do. They're just longer, They're like femurs going up the neck. below me. Bit of useless information for you. He does for his channels. What do I do? I don't do scripts. I've done scripts for ages. I still don't think he was an attempted assassin. What are you talking about, Donald Trump in his ear? I don't think that. If that's what we're talking about, I think that first one. I don't know about the others, but that first one was a hoax. Not a hoax. I mean a setup. I think of the film of Shooter. You know, Mark Wahlberg when he's set up to find the shooter, and ends up being accused of being the assassin, and that's kind of what I think. That's what I feel on that. I think that the guy who used to be a Republican was laying on that roof, ended up getting shot, and probably got shot because he knew the truth, and he shot the guy's ear. Oh no, he missed. Oh no, actually no, he didn't shoot anyone apart from some members in the audience. There's no blood was all over his face, but there's nothing on his ears. That's stupid. There's no damage there. Look at him. It wasn't that long ago. Where are the scars? Was he got fake hair stuck on to hide it because he's so embarrassed about his deformed hair? That's daft. No. He would have a nick in his hair at the very least. There's nothing there. Nothing. He was seen shortly after playing golf without the bandages on. The next minute you see him in front of the press. He's got a rather precarious bandage on his ear. It's too set up. It's got to be. It don't feel real to me. The Tories won Starmer the election. Yes, it was basically by default. Anything but the Tories, and in this case, the logical option was the Labour Party. And I feel it's a little bit unfortunate. The Labour Party's got so much opportunity, really, especially if they brought out laws rapidly regarding controlling the blooming media, not allowing media companies to be owned by multiple media companies being owned by one person. That needs to stop quickly. Some countries don't allow it. And also, media in the United Kingdom mustn't be owned by foreign entities, whether it be companies or individuals. You should be resident in the country that you're talking about. That's nuts. What have we got? GB News, what are they? They're owned by Saudi Emirates. And then you got, what's the other one? Talk TV. That's News Corp as well, isn't it? Both of them losing huge amounts of money, around 35 million a year. It's madness. Why are we allowed to have them? Labour could make their lives darn sight easier legislating against these people, but they've got too much power. And as soon as they, get into the government, the Prime Minister gets into power, what have you, they all of a sudden they just fall over backwards for them. It's crazy, even though they're attacking them constantly. Makes no sense. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Hello to you too. Hi. Is that Japanese by any chance? No one can convince me that the second attempt wasn't staged by the government. I don't know about the second attempt. I know about that first one, definitely. And the first one was because of the media and political rhetoric. Was staged by the government. I don't know about by the government, so by Donald Trump and his team. Otashi Unimi, I don't know what that means. I'm going to have a look. I'm having a look. Just in case it's something foul. I wish people put it in English. I am sleepy. Oh, dare. It's late. I don't know if it is for you. Okay, that's fine. I just have to check. I don't speak Japanese, if that is Japanese. Was that Japanese? Let's have a look. I didn't check. Oh, yeah, Japanese. Okay, looked like Japanese. Right. Simon says, "Oh, arigato, konnichiwa." I'm not good. I'm not good at English. That's fine. As long as you're not being nasty, it's fine. I do my best to translate as we go, but I can't speak Japanese. Ruth, Faria. I didn't see you in the chat. I missed you. But I did. I'm not good at English either. I am Japanese. That's nice to know. I would like a new camera, a Canon or a Nikon. Thank you. Nope. Staged by Secret Service to prove effectiveness in lieu of the first attempt and failure. Oh, okay. I don't know about that. Maybe. Who knows? It's all a bit strange, isn't it? I've avoided live streams because of all their sheer lunacy that elections bring about. Conspiracies everywhere. Oh, God, you're not wrong, Susan. Oh, my God, there's madness out there. Absolute madness. Oh, great, I've got another. Hang on, let me just make sure that one's not something nasty. In. You got all that just for in. Oh, it's Romanian. Anatavadai Kude. I don't know if I've pronounced it right, but it just means in. All that for that. Blimey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well done, Mad Monk. Thanks for that. I love you too. Mad Monk says, moderator on the channel, he says, if you wish to improve your English language, then this is not the channel for you. As AllShorts is from Norfolk. Yeah, get the kit on. Yeah, and that is a recognised foreign language. Oh, you're Scottish. Hypocrite. Oh dear. Although your brother's actually, I don't know if he's it knows there. Your brother's harder to understand. I'm actually getting to it now. I can actually hear it. I can understand him more now. It's like anything, isn't it? Really, if you spend enough time with people, you get to well, you pick up, don't you? And it's like my son. He's disabled. He's got a condition called torsion dystonia, and he can't speak properly because it affects his vocal cords. And when he comes visits, the first few days we really struggle to understand him. By the third day, not a problem. It's a lot easier. It's just how it is, isn't it? Do you delete comments that are in support? No, I don't delete anything, as long as they're not offensive. If they're offensive, the moderators here will certainly sort out, or I will. If people are being nasty, if someone's got some sensible, great things that Donald Trump has done, that's sensible. I'm sure people will debate it, but just be beautiful. Yeah, that's it, Slavica. Beautiful. Oh, you're referring to Bernard Matthews. Yeah, Norfolk turkeys. Now, Norfolk turkeys, I've told you this before, but Norfolk turkeys are not a turkey from Norfolk. They're just a variety, a breed of turkey. And they could be, you could lay those eggs anywhere around the world. They'll still be Norfolk turkeys. It's a turkey, actually, that he come up with, he crossbred them and stuff. Yeah, he mounted them. Bernard Matthews, I'll tell you that, it was a horrible man. Horrible man. I know that because I've met him and my sisters have worked for him, and he's foul. He was awful to his workers as well. He wasn't great. His daughter was quite nice. She was quite pleasant. But Bernard Matthews, cantankerous old sod. Not pleasant. I not have a PC. I have a PC. I'm looking at the chat on the PC because it's easier to do it on the phone. Oh, dear me. I need a capture card. I would like a capture card as well. I would like to get an Elgato 4K capture card, because then I could use my 4K cameras and I could connect them via the capture card onto the PC, and I could get better images, better video. That would be a very, very nice thing to do. Currently, I'm just using the mobile phone. I do have a new camera that I use to make my videos now, which is basically a camcorder. It's a 4K camcorder, and I really like using it. It's so much nicer to use. Focusing's better. It's just, depth of field's better. You've got a little bit of blurring in the background. It's just a better thing altogether. And also, they don't overheat on 4K. since YouTube, sorry, what's this? Since YouTubers' models are way too expensive. The thing about using any devices is, if you're talking about capture cards, you get a lot of artifacts in some of them. The Elgato ones are really good. The 4K ones with 4 inputs, they're very good. But there's other ways of doing it as well. You could get, not Stream Deck, what's it called again? Oh, crikey, boy. Black Magic, what are they called again? Oh, I can't. A10 Mini, and they've got 4 inputs as well, but they also allow you to control the streams, and also you can actually connect directly from them. They're really good. Gingers! I'm using my new laptop. It's British. Well, you got a QWERTY keyboard. Actually, in the United States, what type of keyboard do you have? Here in France, we have an AZERTY. What do you have in the United States? Is it an AMERTY? Like an American one? Oh, anyway. Is it a little Trumpy? I don't know. What is your keyboard layout in the United States? I don't actually know, to be honest. In fact, I'm using a QWERTY at the moment because this was my son's and he gave it to me. And yeah, and the thing is that my main machine over there and all my other machines are all AZERTY. So I get jumped from that to that. I'm typing away, and I forgot that it's the wrong keyboard. Surprising how much you remember on the keyboard. A PNG tuber. We can make PNGs. I'll use PNGs. He said they're very useful for background images. We can get rid of the backgrounds and stuff. Let me come. I better stop responding. What's Bad Bug said? Hearts are good, Hearts are good. As long as they're not these stupid little blue tick things on Twitter, which basically for anyone who's got money, not whether or not you're a verified user. Drive me mad, they do. Absolutely mad. Bonkers. Oh, it does. Cheers, Bad Bug. You strike me as a hardcore liberal. Not hardcore, I'm someone who just wants to get on with people, and I just want people to get on with people. I'm sick and tired of people wanting to hurt others and constantly trying to destroy people. Absolutely sick and tired of it. I don't understand why we can't just get on. And a lot of it's just under greed. That's something that really gets my goat. Yeah. Greed. I think there's so many things we could do to make everybody's lives better. But then we've got greed in the mix of it all. And unfortunately, politicians are quickly swayed, aren't they, with money? Whoever it be a little red dress. Oh, Alexander Boris to Federal Johnson getting £1 million as a bung. It's money, 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 money. It's all money. Whether it be goods or whatever, there's still money. All it all reflects, especially it's another payment and that, or another bribe. I can only do QWERTY when I'm as sloshed as I am now. Oh dear. I cannot explain well. Well, you're Japanese. You're doing well. I've been to Japan. I actually would like to go to Japan, actually. I'd find that really interesting. I love culture. I love different cultures and the way people's lives. I spent a bit of time, people there already know this, but I spent some time on a little island with somebody, another YouTuber, on a little island, okay? And the local town, Bogus town, it was a bit of a culture shock because I felt that it was very, it became a little bit westernised in the sense that lots of Westerners went there because it was somewhere hot in my area. And they took advantage of the locals who got nothing. I mean, they got nothing. It's really sad to see. And I feel a little bit embarrassed when I see people taking advantage of them. To be honest, I felt a bit embarrassed by it. Because they work like flipping troopers. Tough little nuts they are. And, most of them are lovely people. And I just felt that it's like, I found it a bit shameful. So like that, I suppose I'm a bit left wing on that stance. But I'm a bit of a mix really. Some things on the right I agree with, some things on the left I agree. But I think I'm generally sort of left to centre. I wouldn't say I'm centre ground. I wouldn't say I'm right. Definitely not right of centre. I'm not a Tory like that. I wouldn't say I'm even Labour. I'd say I'm more of a greenie me. I love nature. I love animals. I love green stuff. Not mold. I love trees. I love plants. I love growing stuff. That's what I like, and I want to do my best to try and provide them some habitat. Animals and creatures and stuff like that. Give them a little bit of protection so they feel safe. So what we've found here is providing that sanctuary for animals. We're having birds. The numbers have increased massively here. You just a little bit understand knowing what they want, and you can encourage them. Look what happened during the pandemics, what have you. And if, for instance, in the United Kingdom, the birds came back, and because of lockdowns. Other things like there was no vapor trails and stuff like that. Okay, chemtrails, but vapor trails. There was none of that. You didn't see any. Here, I'm on a bit of a flight run here from the airport, and it's I'm not right near the airport. I'm about 30-40 kilometers away, so they're already really high at that point. But you just got crisscrosses of vapor trails everywhere. Not quite so much now because it's getting towards because the time of year it is. But during the pandemic with lockdowns, just none. Never saw it. Never saw it. You got the occasional military jet come over, and that was about it. Everything was locked down with it. That was actually quite nice. For all the wrong reasons, obviously, but I'm short. I'm quite short, to be honest. Only 5'7". I'm pretty short. I'm also quite fat and all. But I don't care anymore. I'm past caring. Yeah, that's a good point, Mad Monk. Yeah, be careful what you put on the chat, just in case there's somebody who is collecting your information, your data, your personal details. We have enough of that on. Oh, crikey! Everything you do, really, constantly being harvested, data harvested, and it's rather annoying. I don't like it. I don't do any store cards or anything like that. I don't care if they say get £5 off here or a couple of quid off there, or you get all these points and stuff. I don't do it. We registered for it when we first came over, but we don't do it anymore. I always decline. I do what I can. At the end of the day, I'm already flipping all over the internet, and that's bad enough. I don't make it worse. Blimey. Are you 5'5"? No, I'm 5'7". 5'7". And I'm very probably at my heaviest weight at the moment, but the same as I was about in 2008. Yeah, but the same as I was about 2008. Too heavy. I'm not gonna tell you, but I am too heavy, way too heavy. So I need to do something about it. Read about Sturt. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Thank you. If you're not an adult, be careful, please. Oh. 4 foot. Blimey, yeah, sure. Well, their wife isn't very tall. She's not 4 foot, though, but my cousin is about 4 foot. 4'8" or 9, or under 5 foot anyway. Quite short. I'm trying to figure out when I was 4 foot 1 inch. I'm drawing a blank. Can't remember that far back. Blimey. So much stuff has been happening, and I've been making quite a few videos recently. Actually, probably too many. It's probably why my numbers have gone down on my views and stuff, And I'm finding that actually, I'm getting less views on videos where I put cards up than I have with vote cards. Is it because I'm so beautiful? And it's just like a screenshot of me. No? Okay. It's not that then. All my cards are rubbish. One of them. Oh, and also, by the way, Nigel Farage, that hypocrite regarding Keir Starmer. Nigel Farage has failed to register his gifts When he went to see old Donald Trump, he had his hair shot off. Oh, which one was it? We can't tell, can we? But anyway, when he had his hair shot off, allegedly, Nigel Farage basically got everything paid for, gifted, and he's supposed to put it in his register of interests. Well, no, not that time. It was the time before. Anyway, when he went over last time. No, it wasn't the time when they went to support. I want to support my friend because he got his hair shot off. Was it then? Might have been. I can't remember now. To be honest, but anyway, he did. He didn't put it in the register of interest. So there's him criticising Keir Starmer and Labour politicians for doing the same thing. Hypocrisy. And then obviously got from Tories, they're fucking right. Oh, I swore. Rife they are. They're rife. Oh, they are very naughty. I swore. Oh, have you heard? You know, the United Kingdom decided to join the Horizon scheme, where about 91 odd billion was in the fund, and they're supposed to obviously contribute in that fund, okay? And they still have to contribute in the fund. But now Labour's got into power. Do you know what they've done? They're actually going to take the money away from the science sector, from research and development. So now they're likely to have less money than they would have had if they were outside of Horizon Europe. What a Mickey take. It's not great, is it? So no wonder people are getting a bit upset. And they say, we've got to make some tough decisions. We have tough decisions. You're making all the wrong tough decisions. Tax the rich. It's not rocket science, is it? Oh, of course it isn't. But you know what the DSA is? The DSA is the Digital Services Act in the EU. I can't remember if it was this year or last year it came into force. I think it was this year, actually. Anyway, the Digital Services Act is it's basically like an online safety regulator in the EU. And they fine people, they do. They fine people if they're naughty, if they allow propaganda, lies, deceit, inflammatory, what have you, on their platforms, or porn, for instance, such as X. Yes, I've had shitloads of porn in my feed on X. So I put it screened it for later, as you do. And anyway, the DSA in the EU is now deciding whether or not to include Elon Musk's companies as a whole, apart from Tesla, because I don't think he's got a majority shareholder in Tesla. So the other companies, like for instance, I know Brain Fart and all the other ones, Drilling. Well, anyway, so the boring company. Boring, yeah, sounds boring. Boring company. And SpaceX, and Starlink, yeah. So you're going to include all those turnovers from all those companies to set the 6% fine on the turnover. That could be painful for Elon Musk, because that'd be a considerable amount of money, obviously. So they're basically trying to work it. Well, that's what they do. Because what they're trying to do is it a decision by Elon Musk to do what he did on Twitter, and as such, if Elon Musk has got a majority of shares in these other companies, they decide whether or not they're going to include them in the actual fine. I hope they do. They like that. And, he had to pay Brazil, which he ended up paying it twice. He paid it into the wrong account the first time, and then the second time he did pay, and then Brazil then allowed Twitter to carry on. Obviously, if he carries on doing what he has been doing, he's going to get another fine in Brazil. Every time he gets these fines, the value of the company diminishes. It has less value. Oh, dear me. And also the EU, they're talking about, taxing regular flyers as well. A regular flyers tax, it's only going to affect about 5% of those who flies. It's not, it's not going to affect everybody. And I think it's about 76% are going to avoid any additional problems. But anyway, there's these frequent flyers. I don't know what they mean by frequent flyers. Is it once? I mean, twice a year, 3 times a year, 10 times a year? I don't know what they consider. But it's going to raise 60 odd billion. Huge amount of money they reckon it's going to raise. Come. Where was I? Something else I was supposed to talk about. I forgot about it. I'm always forgetting stuff. Now, someone's asked me questions about it because I did a video about toxic water. Bottled water isn't just bottled water; it's also tap water. So, how do you get rid of the polyphenol alkaloids? There's all different, about 2,000 different types of PFAs. And anyway, how do you get rid of it? How can you get it out of the water? Well, you can actually do it by passing it through an activated carbon filter. That's one way of doing it. I don't think boiling the water is actually going to cut the mustard on that one. But yeah, I don't know. I doubt you'll get rid of the microplastics because they're too small. But PFAs, which makes your sperm swim in circles. You don't believe me? Look it up. This it affects the fertility rates anyway. Amazon. No, wasn't that one. I wasn't that one. I can't remember now. And I'm getting really tired. Oh, blimey. It's all come over me all of a sudden. And it has. My eyes are watering. That they are. So I think we're going to be calling it a night, I think. Done 2 hours, I have. That we have. 2 hours. Have I missed somebody? I think I might have missed somebody. Did I miss somebody in the chat? Let me just have a look. I did. Just putting it out there. If the GOP ends up annihilating itself here, the two new parties will come out of the of corporate and progressive Democrats. Come out. So just putting this out there. Oh, is there a possibility? Maybe. If the GOP ends up annihilating itself, the two new parties will come out of corporate and progressive Democrats. That would be quite interesting, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you think? Maybe. A night, Simon says, you take care, my friend. I hate to do jury duty. I'd hate to do jury duty. My son had to do jury duty. Yeah, my eldest son, he did jury duty. The guys, they get guilty. But apparently it was quite easy because it was obviously guilty. Jenny Bottle, oh, thank you, Jenny Bottle. Thank you too for coming in and joining us and having. Farewell to you all. Thank you, and I'd like to say thank you very much to the Spanners. In this case, Mad Monk and Joel, and number 3 was here earlier. So thanks to the Spanners, they do a marvellous job. And because I'm doing live streams in a vertical format, it goes into the short feed, they do have more to do. So do appreciate, I really do. It's very kind of you to join us and to do what you do, to be fair. So thank you. And I'd like to thank everybody who comes and joins in the chat. And for keeping the place, like the Spanners, what have you, and those who participate, keeping it a friendly place and make it a nice place to be, because I think that's really important. Who wants to be an assessor? Yeah, but why do people thrive on just being nasty? Because I get that in my comments sometimes, just people just trying to upset me, and it doesn't work because I'm too long in the tooth. So they're wasting their time, but they still do it. AllShorts, yes, I agree with you. As my battery is just about to give up the ghost. Love you in the chat and hope to see you all again. So it says Mad Monk, who's one of the Spanners that he is. So, so thank you very much. And I'm going to say toodaloo, for now. And let us know if the new microphones are cutting the mustard. I hope so. I might have to listen to it back, all 2 hours of it. Oh, blimey. Anyway, toodaloo. And have a lovely day. Actually, it's night. That it is. Don't forget, comment down below and check out our other videos.